Simucube's present and future right here, right now. Greetings from me, you're watching Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and our special videos from the Sim Racing Expo 24. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more, our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. Here's something different. We sat down with Pekka, Simucube's head of marketing, and rather than go through what Simucube has to offer, which is a lot, we talked about Simucube, the state of the sim racing market, and the future. Something like a mini podcast. Enjoy the best of that conversation.
We are developing things behind the scenes together that we will probably announce early next year. We are focusing now on building a platform for not just for us, but for our competitors, for the like business. It involves software and hardware, and that's something that I can say now that something like that is coming. And we don't want to build just one yet another standard because there's already so many standards. But we want to make people not to go to 5 different stores to get everything, and they have 5 different softwares. And that's something that we are helping companies, even some of our competitors, to go and make one-click race. In platform, I mean more like technological solutions that are more standardized. Well, I can throw out some. The need comes from wheel manufacturers, software houses, and well, game studios in our own business. But also, as you might know, the Simucube and the current devices that is Simucube, it's originally industrial company. We make motor controllers, so we are bringing the experience and the methods of how the technology is built from that world to sim racing and other simulators. So that's kind of making things easier on both like technological platform and on software platform. That's why I'm kind of framework is the right. It's great that the whole industry is getting more open, and that's our philosophy that we don't want to close. Of course, for our business, getting everything from Simucube is great way, and you'll probably in the future get more benefit, but we don't close our ecosystem. And this is the philosophy in these platforms or frameworks that everybody can join in.
Going to your pedals,
Yes.
you just released the Pros.
Pro version, yes.
What makes them, and I'm using the word very cheekily, what makes them cheaper than the Ultimates?
Learnings from the manufacturing,
Ah,
manufacturing methods, and us learning at the Simucube. Yeah, it's the ultimates as they now are, and it's, I would say, it's not right term to say that those are 1.0s, but they are the ultimates, and we learned how to do a bit differently, bit more efficient. So those are kind of 2.0s, even though they really are not, because they are still ultimates and they will stay as ultimates.
the Pros don't need as much pressure at max as the Ultimates, right? It's 110 to 170.
Roughly that, yeah. Yeah, 110 and now with upgrade 170. And that's the ultimate need for that game, especially from the Formula drivers. Because there are people who want even more, and we need to look that can we go even more. And the 110 is the technology can go way higher, but the cost and return would be, we need to look into that. But yeah, it's more like the Pro is now, it's not, I can be honest, it's not for everybody, but we are working to get to everybody.
So what I'm hearing is that at some point there will be some pedals sport.
There may be not. That's something that I can be honest to say that probably never through Simucube brand. That's we have I know our 5-year plans, 5-year strategy, and it's not that. And it's something that I cannot say I would, it wouldn't be probably with Simucube brand if there would be something, but I can be honest that we will be focusing on the end game for now. With the technologies that we have, we can make it possible for other brands or even like the sub brand or something like that. But we are still not that big company, so we need to focus where it matters. What I can tell you is that there is, especially on industrial world, need for cost-efficient active pedal technology, and we are looking into that. It's great that there are copies, that there are people own versions do it yourself. We love what they are doing. My regards to the Discord do it yourself active pedal Discord, loving the stuff. But we would kind of hope that why don't you take old stuff and make it better, not just copy it.
In that note, in that open invitation to all other companies to join the Simucube, what did we say, framework? Thank you very much for
Thank you.
the opportunity. Thank you also very much for being so kind as to let us test Assetto Corsa Evo and all that. You've been very kind and very forthcoming to us. We appreciate that a lot.
That will continue in the coming years.
We could not be happier about that.